Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we recently recruited Randy and afterward explored mines a little bit. And now we want to go to our new landing point on the West Crossbell Highway. Right at the fishing spot, yeah. This is where I thought it would be. We'll end up at Bellguard Gate if we head to your west. I'm still not sure if I want to face Sonya right now, though. Understandable. Let's just try and investigate as far as we can manage. We'll have to hide if one of the Defense Force's armored cars comes through. Indeed. Commander Baelz. It could be to our advantage if we found a way to make contact with her. Now... Pretty sure that you're new. Grasp, a golem monster made from a collection of earth. Its simplistic attacks rely on weight. This road leads to the police academy. The way through it is completely shut though. I can detect minute orbital wave readings coming from the gate. I suspect they had sensors installed. The CDF must have strengthened their security measures after I broke out of jail. Then we'll be better off not getting too close. Garcia helped you fly the curb, yeah? Still hard to believe. Though you were alone when I found you in Nox Forest, Lloyd. Right, I was able to escape because he stayed behind to hold of the defense force. The killing bear did that for you? Old man is just full of surprises. I guess he's been through a lot this year too. Yeah, I've been concerned about what happened to him after we split up. Still, we have our own problems to think about. Let's get back to figuring out our next move. Okay, so... no getting through there. And if we try, we get immediately caught because sensors. Thank you, Master Quartz, for that preemptive attack. And you are the big boss. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, an extremely dense mass of packed earth, crushes everything with overwhelming power. Ah, too slow. Ow. Exterminated the monster on West Crossbell Highway. Topaz Gem is probably the highest defense quartz. Yeah. More Quetzalcoatls. Too greedy! Too slow again. Messy. It's a turnbell. What do you call a crocodile wearing a waistcoat? An investigator. Yeah. Bellguard Gate security is as tight as can be. Yeah, don't count on them leaving any openings. I suggest we draw for now. Agreed. There's no way we're going to be able to enter the gate from the front. Agreed. Nothing good could come of a defense force spotting us. And for that to happen, there's no guarantee I would be able to come to your aid a second time. Right, we need to think of another way to get in contact with Commander Baelz. Alright. Not quite encrypted. We already have 2 of those, I won't fight it again. Quick rest. Okay, what else can we do? We can't go to the police academy and we can't go to Bellguard Gate. And we probably can't go to Crossbell City either. You know, because of the barrier. Yep, barrier. It's still hard to believe there's a barrier on the entire city. Yes, and as it stands, we can do nothing to change the fact. All in due time, we haven't figured out a way to get through it either. Yeah, let's keep poking on the area for anything else we can find. Keep in mind this road is frequently patrolled by the defense force. We shouldn't stay here for long. You're probably right. I think we scouted the entire highway now, but every direction is blocked. We obviously weren't gonna backdoor our way into the city, but man, we can't even make it to Bellguard or the police academy. This isn't going in our favor. Not yet, at least. Is there anything else we could investigate before throwing in the towel? We may have more luck if we distance ourselves from the highway itself. Agreed. Let's just continue the search. This is the derailment site. The aftermath should be fully refurbished by now, correct? Yeah, even the smaller debris has been cleaned up at this point. Man, though, a train flying off the tracks is usually a pretty big deal. But with everything that's hit the fan, it kind of feels like an afterthought now. But it does. It's no surprise the Transcontinental Railroad service has been halted for weeks now. I believe the defense force is still using their freight line from time to time, however. Figures. Hold on. If a railway is more or less dead right now, would we be able to walk along the tracks? I get you. That's definitely an idea. Perhaps, but do not forget that Crossbell City is still enveloped by the barrier. It will be impossible to breach the city without being detected. Oh, I know. But what if we took the tracks west instead of east? Like, do you mean you want us to sneak into Bellguard Gate from the railway tracks? I know it's a little crazy, but yes. It might be our only chance to meet with Commander Baelz. Our cooperation would be invaluable. We could hardly ask for a more reliable ally. But come to think of it, she wasn't expressly against the transition to the defense force, was she? Contacting her at all is a gamble. That's undeniable. True, we could very well be walking into our own arrests. She wouldn't have any choice if we strolled to the front. But if we managed to sneak into Bellguard instead, we could possibly meet with her without anyone else knowing. In which case, she may be more willing to hear us out and speak freely about how she feels. I suppose it's possible. If Mireille and the Resistance are any indication, I'm sure there are others in the CDF who are still on the fence. Besides, this is Sonia we're talking about. She out of anyone knows how to tell right from wrong. Maybe so. And as harebrained as the idea is, I'm not fully opposed. But keep in mind, if Commander Baelz is stationed there, then who's bound to be with her? Noelle. Damn, I didn't think of that. You mean Noelle, don't you? From what you've described, she seemed set in her convictions, yes? Yeah. This is a path we chose to walk. We have to accept that not everyone's going to just step out of our way. As long as you're on opposite sides, there's no avoiding the fact we eventually have to go through her. And when the time comes, we're going to do just that, even if it means fighting a friend. Lloyd. He's right. If this isn't a problem, we can just push to the side. You've really been mulling this over. Well, as long as you know what you're getting us all into. Shall we open the fence and make our way into the tracks then? Yeah, let's go. Barrier's already here? Yeah, of course the scars are still here. Oh, the damage to the wall would be kind of strange if they had fixed that. Evil God. I've been working on the chest code all the lifelong day. I've been working on the chest codes to pass the time away. Fended over. Fended over, a warhound deployed by the CDF. The armor it wears in battle makes it resistant to arts. Bust up. I've been training for so long to be a dresser, but I was railroaded into being yet another treasure chest. Hyper spikes. Chest access system error. Treasure DLL is missing. I'm pretty sure this is the only time we can go along the freight line, so don't forget any treasure chests or something. 46 of 61. After an uncomfortable minute that left Cyril crouching on the ground with tears in his eyes, he let out an easy sigh and lifted his head to look up at her. I've never heard you raise your voice before, not once. And at Bellguard Gate. Makes a lot of sense that Yin is scouting ahead. A freight platform. It's been a while since we were last here. Luckily for us, there doesn't seem to be anyone in the area. That's what happens when a trains control and a railroad is out for weeks on end. Not much reason to be sparing any manpower down here. We missed our chance to sneak in. If Commander Baelz is around, she'll probably be in the command room upstairs. Though getting there without being spotted is going to be easier said than done. I can create a diversion if the situation demands it. In any case, we should move quickly. Right, just don't do anything too rash. Let's head upstairs then. A book entitled Popular Cocktails, a Beginner's Guide is chilling on one of the cargo crates. Learn the recipe for pink rose. Okay. Stop right there. Noel? How did she know? The CDF is aware of more than you realize. That includes everything the SSS has been up to. Now that you've allied yourself with the resistance forces in mines, I figured coming here would be the next logical step for you to take, so I've kept an eye on the freight line in anticipation. Well, that's just great. She read us like a book. Can't say I'm surprised. Analyzing enemy tactics was always one of your strong suits, Noel. This was the one time I was hoping to be off the mark. Did you come here to speak with Commander Baelz? Yeah, we did. Second Lieutenant Mireille led us to believe they weren't the only ones in the CDF with second thoughts. We came to ask the Commander for your opinion on what's happening and what the best way out of this crisis is. You should know, Noel, Fran is working with us too. Now that she's made a full recovery, she wants nothing more than to see her big sister again. Listen, I get it. We're not gonna tell you to abandon your duty. But can't you let things slide just this once? All we wanna do is talk things over. I understand that. But it doesn't matter. You're not getting any further than this, not on my watch. I'm a soldier of a Crossbell Defense Force. and it makes it my duty to prevent any insurgents from threatening state security. Noel, come on, are you really going to play this card? I'm asking you to withdraw, please. If you turn around now, I pretend this never happened. I know this won't keep us from coming to blows down the line, but please, at least for now. What happened to that rock-solid resolve of yours? If you're truly committed to the CDF, there wouldn't be room for negotiation. You would have had us surrounded and neutralized the moment we arrived without a second thought. Yet here you are, pleading for us to leave, using sentimentality to appeal to our emotions. You say you're willing to give your life for the cause, but when it comes down to it, you can't even commit. Lloyd? Ouch, not exactly sugarcoating it, are you? I won't mince words here. The Noel Seeker I knew was never this weak. She would stick to what she believed in without hesitation, no matter what. As you are now, even a simple detective like me could take you on in a fight. Lloyd? Slow down, bud. What are you saying? It's simple. You and me, one-on-one. I'll even let you use any weapons at your disposal. If you win, then you can arrest all of us on the spot. But if I win, Noel, you're all mine. What are you suggesting? I can't stand seeing you like this. You're lying to yourself. You know deep down that this isn't where you belong. And as someone who cares about you, I'm going to make you come to terms with that. So let's go, Second Lieutenant Noel Seeker. For the love of ADS, how did it get to this? Irrational as ever, isn't he? Does this happen often? I would go so far as to call it his signature move. And rightly so. Fine. I'm going to make you eat those words. You're on, Detective Lloyd Bennings. Good, let's settle this. I would like subtitles for these texts, at least in the big boss fights, yeah? Where is my battle scope? Second Lieutenant Seeker, renowned Defense Force officer, overwhelms their foes with heavy weaponry. I just noticed, by the way. He called her Second Lieutenant Noel Seeker. Previously, she was Sergeant Major. I won. Forgive me, Commander Baelz. There's no need to apologize. Commander? Crap. Would appear that we have been noticed. You realize that your little scuffle was easily heard upstairs, don't you? I was left with little choice but to have the others clear out before they could interfere. Sorry about that. It has been a long time, Commander Baelz. Indeed it has. I have my suspicion about why you've come here today. But why don't we relocate to the command room and talk things over there? Shortly thereafter, Lloyd and the others were discreetly escorted to the commander's office. They cleared the air with Commander Baelz and Noel while sharing what details they knew about the situation and the Septarian of Zero. This can't be happening. Thank you for informing us. It would seem the clandestine actions of the President and his collaborators are at last coming to light. Hold up, does it mean you're willing to cooperate with us? That unfortunately is out of the question. Whether we don the uniform of the CGF or the Defense Force, it's the state who commands the gun, not the other way around. I fully understand that our president may have established the independent state of Crossbell on illegitimate grounds. But that, notwithstanding, we cannot break the chain of command for the sake of bringing him to justice. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess that's just how it goes when you become an actual military. I take it there's no room for compromise? That's correct. Even were to say otherwise, consider the capabilities of our new Secretary of Defense, Arius McLean. If, hypothetically, the entire Bellguard unit dared to cooperate with you, the main force under his command could easily label us as a rogue unit and suppress us in the blink of an eye. That's undeniable. You're telling me that Lone Wolf's got a knack for being a commander too? Yes, though working under Sergei's likely did him no favors. He still earned his title as Divine Blade of Wind for a reason. I would say his strategic senses are on par with his swordsmanship contemporary, the Brigadier General of Liberal's Royal Army, Cassius Bright. Wait a second. Even if Arius did oppose us, could we petition Deputy Commander Douglas for Tamgon Games Corporation? This is a surprise, Seeker. What makes you assume that we would join forces with them? Noel. That one-on-one fight must have really done a number on her. Commander Baelz. Say something were to lead the public to question the legitimacy of President Croix and the independent state of Crossbell. How would the Defense Force react? What? You don't mean... Let me think. Naturally, it would depend on the extent of their reservations, but we would begin by taking a wait-and-see approach. Or at least, that's how I imagine it. I see where this is going. The only iffy part is figuring out how we convince the public that Croix and his independent state are legally invalid. Good point. I think I can guess what Ellie's expertise in these matters would tell me if she were here. After all, she more than any of us would know the key to our plan. Speaker McDowell. Oh, you want to find Mademoiselle's granddad? Now that you mention it, he did serve as one of the two lead representatives of Crossbell, didn't he? Yes, and the second was none other than Mayor Croix. Speaker McDowell's position on the issue has been suppressed ever since Crossbell's independence was declared. What would happen if he were given a platform to finally express his views to the entire state, the entire continent? The legitimacy of a president and founding of the independent state would likely come into question. And so would the authority over the defense force. Brilliantly deduced. You didn't even need me to give you a hint. Second Lieutenant Seeker. Speaker McDowell is being held in Michelin, correct? Yes, ma'am. He and Ellie are under confinement at the state guest house. If I remember correctly, the President and Secretary of Defense at the Red Constellation stationed there. And just to confirm, there are no Defense Force units in Michelin at present? Yes, that's right. Commander Baelz? Oh dear, I may have just accidentally leaked confidential information to outsiders. Please, pay it no mind, forget everything you just heard. You're a real one, Sonia. What a fortunate slip of tongue. One other thing, Second Lieutenant Seeker. Regarding your one-on-one bout earlier, I regret to inform that your commitment has, in fact, come into question. Yes, ma'am. I considered placing you in an indefinite suspension, however, I have a more fitting punishment in mind. Instead, I have you reassigned to the Crossbell Police Department Special Support Section, effective immediately. While there, find what it is you still lack within yourself, as well as what path you should be walking for the sake of Crossbell's future. That is an order. Am I understood? Yes, ma'am. Shortly thereafter, Noelle gathered her belongings and boarded the Macabre alongside Lloyd and the others. Happy to see each other. Fran, who was there to welcome them back, wordlessly took Noelle into her arms, sobbing all the while. As she tried to comfort her younger sister, Noelle's eyes too began to brim with tears. Potential landing spot detected at Michelin. Sending you the coordinates now, Fran. Just how long do you plan on crying? People are going to make fun of you if you keep it up. You're one who won't leave her alone about it, Noelle. I'm a little envious of you two, to be honest. Sorry, everyone. Got it. It's near Michelin's Hotel de Finia. Lakeside Beach, to be exact. Hey now, there's a blast to the past. Although this beach is going to be anything but a vacation this time. Now wait a gosh darn minute. You all had a fun little play date at the beach? Well, yeah, we did. It was after the trade conference. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Why didn't anyone invite me? I like having fun in the sun too. Don't look at us, we were there on someone else's mirror ourselves. Thinking back, that entire trip may have had an ulterior motive behind it. Likely so. Never mind that. What matters is that we have our next destination. We also know the Red Constellation will be guarding the area there. Can you tell us anything about the numbers, Noelle? If I recall correctly, they should have one full company stationed. I'm not sure we can engage them with our current numbers. That's not great. Maybe we could split them up somehow, like with a diversion? In that case, I'll go. No, allow me the responsibility. Luring them away will be simple if I return to my original form. Sight? Are you sure about this? While I did pledge you my aid, with all the comrades you have assembled, my help is soon to be unnecessary. You can consider this my final gesture of assistance. We'll take it. Thank you, Sight. Yeah, appreciate the paw. Not to bring the mood down, but even with his help, we still have our work cut out for us. Even still, this isn't just a rescue operation for Speaker McDowell. Ellie needs our help too. Be ready for anything? We'll bring them back no matter what it takes. Right. Hell yeah. Roger that. Sight has left the party. Noel has joined the party. Noel and the S-Craft Armed Forces. Okay, but I end this episode here. Next time, I doubt there's a new exploration reason too, because we can't go to Bellguard so far. And the police academy should be locked too. So, I guess in the beginning of next episode we look around the Merkaba and then, yeah, go to Michelin. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.